Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Greenwood Lake Airport Airshow. This is our 8th year here. We're the Army Air Forces Historical Association. This is the Squadronaires. We're going to go on a time trip, ladies and gentlemen. It's not 2016 anymore. We're going to take you back to 1943. Feel the heat, feel the humidity. We're in the Pacific. We're in New Guinea at a remote airfield. Now, an airfield crowded with airplanes, airmen, and nothing else. There's no sign of home. Every once in a while, a package with mail would come. Every once in a while, letters would come. But the only contact that folks would have was mail and something else. The United Service Organization, the USO, they toured around the world. Wherever there was a serviceman, wherever there was a service station, they made a point of arriving and entertaining the troops. And key among that was the Bob Hope USO Tour, sponsored by Hollywood, but really sponsored by Bob Hope in his own pocket. They toured the Pacific, they toured Europe to entertain the troops. Wherever there was a group of soldiers, sailors, airmen, they were there to bring a little bit of home to those troops. So, without much of flume. Ladies and gentlemen, do you hear that Jeep pulling up? Do you hear that? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here. He's here. Bob, what the heck am I doing in Greenwood Lake? Hope!
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, fellas, wow, thank you all very, very much. My name is Bob. What the heck am I doing here in Greenwood Lake Hope? Reminding all you soldiers out there to brush your teeth with Pepsodent. And whether you have a lot or a few, your teeth will never be PU. So as you know, we're here on this worldwide USO tour, this USO show for you today, this afternoon at Greenwood Lake Field. And we become so associated, or at least I become so associated with the USO that the soldiers, the fellows, the airmen, the Marines, they've all gotten to start calling me USO Bob. Except I understand that the Germans and the Japanese, they shortened that a little bit. They just call me USO B. And I'm really happy to be part of this Armed Forces program again today, as always, because as you know, the military was a very important part of my family. In fact, my aunt, she married a second lieutenant, and that was after the first one ran away. And my Uncle Bob, why, he was a brigadier general. No, I got that wrong. He was generally in the brig. And he shared a cell one time, I think, with Sergeant Komar, so I hear, but he shared a cell with my cousin. You might have heard of my cousin, Corporal Punishment. And I tell you, we landed here today, and I can't believe what a godforsaken place this is. It's hot as heck. The humidity is like 150%. It's just a terrible, terrible swamp bug-infested place. And I don't know what all you boys did to get stationed here, but let that be a lesson to you. And as our plane came in for the landing yesterday afternoon to land on this little atoll here, this swamp hole in the middle of the Pacific, we were attacked by numerous Japanese fighters. But don't ask me to tell you how many, because it's hard to count when you're hiding under the seat. And the major here, he was really swell. Why, he had a chicken standing by just in case I needed blood. And the major here, let me tell you, the major here is a very, very brave man. He's a very, very brave man. When the bullets start flying and the bombs start falling, he's not one to hide under a bed. And believe me, I'm in a position to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. Thanks for bearing us out here in the hot sun. We appreciate your attendance here, this wonderful show. I'd like to bring on our main act this afternoon, if I please could bring up the wonderful and beautiful Dawn O'Day. Ladies and gentlemen, Dawn O'Day, and she just starred with me in my last Hollywood picture. We're calling it, I think, The Road to Greenwood Lake. I think that's what we're going to title that picture. And it was her first time in Hollywood. She's an up-and-coming starlet. So tell me, Dawn, you first time in Hollywood, what did you think of the Hollywood place here?
Well, I was looking forward to meeting a really big star.
A really big star. Well, you're sure lucky you ran into me.
Do you know any? Could you introduce me to someone like Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra?
Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra. Let me tell you something, my young lady. We made a lot of pictures together, Bing Crosby and I, and what would those pictures be without me?
Academy Award winning.
Academy Award winning, well that hurts. But let me tell you something, Dawn. I was just asked by the Academy Award Committee to be the MC at this year's Academy Award ceremony.
But at your house, don't they just call that night Passover?
Passover. Sergeant Komar, some of us get no respect. Well, I tell you what, young lady, rather than, I think what I'll do is just pass over the rest of these joke cards here and send it right on over to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful and fabulous Dawn O'Day. tomorrow day, and don't you worry, fellas. Don't you worry, fellas, she'll be back for a second set very, very shortly. So thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. So we've been having a swell time. Thank you. Thank you, Dawn. Isn't she wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, and fellas? So, we've been having a wonderful time here at the base at Greenwood Lake Army Airfield. And it seems like out on the base here, at the canteen on the base, they sell Coke, sandwiches, and coffee for a nickel. A nickel for a Coke, a coffee, or a sandwich. Except when the officers come in. When the officers come in, they charge them 50 cents. And that's what we call a surcharge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand here at the Officers Club, they don't serve women. Apparently, you have to bring your own. Boy, it's really hot up here on stage. I can feel the venom, the heat coming off the audience here. But thank you all for sticking it out with us here today. Oh boy. I will tell you though that also at the Officers Club, apparently 3 days ago, all of the toilets were stolen from the Officers Club. Every single toilet stolen from the Officers Club. Do you believe that? Well, they've been investigating for a couple of days now, but they still have nothing to go on. Thank you, Major. You got promoted. So, yeah, all right. Oh, no, this is the Major. Sergeant, yeah, I just promoted you. He's the drummer. The drummer has to be higher than a sergeant. So I tell you what, the Major here took me out to the base, the other side of the field over there, hidden in the trees. They have this very special, top-secret new radar-equipped, anti-radar-equipped secret bomber. This really special, top-secret plane. And he goes on and on about how special it is. This really special, special bomber. Apparently, it flies in completely undetected, drops a couple of bombs, and then leaves unnoticed. And I said, Major, what's so special about that? I've been doing that for years. So a paratrooper on his first jumps out of the airplane, and of course his chute doesn't deploy, and he's plummeting towards the earth, and he grabs for his reserve chute and pulls the handle on his reserve chute, and of course his reserve chute doesn't deploy, and he continues falling and plummeting towards the earth. Suddenly, another GI comes flying up from the earth and passes the GI who's falling. And as they pass, the GI who's falling, he says, hey fella, do you know anything about parachutes? And the other GI says, no. Do you know anything about disarming bombs? I'd like to bring the Major up on stage here real quick for a minute, please. I gotta tell you, Major, I really appreciate this wonderful stage that the fellas put together for us here at the base, special for the show, but I gotta tell you.
For you, Bob.
I gotta tell you, could they have spared any paint, any expenses?
Well, you know, we're a little short on khaki paint, as you can tell.
A little short on the Army.
OD green does not go over well here.
You know, I gotta tell you, this looks like downtown Miami during hurricane season.
That's about right.
I gotta tell you. So, Major.
Bob, I just want to mention to you.
Yes, sir.
We've been really lucky. We really appreciate you coming down.
You're very
You know,
welcome.
Bing Crosby was through here about 4 weeks ago.
Bing Crosby, 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago.
Please accept my condolences. But Major, did anybody ever tell you that you look you look remarkably like Clark Gable?
Clark Gable.
Clark Gable.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, I get that a lot about that Clark Gable look-alike thing, but you know, Bob, you got to do me a favor. You got to keep that under your hat. It's bad luck.
And why is that, Major?
Well, you got to remember, all right, this is a fighter field. I'm a fighter pilot, and you just don't want to push your luck. And the last thing, Bob, the last thing I want to be is Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. I gotta tell you something, Major. You know that I auditioned for the part of Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind?
You did?
I auditioned, and I can't for the life of me, to this day, understand how they did not give me that role. They hired this other dude.
You auditioned for Rhett Butler?
Clark Gable. I auditioned for Rhett Butler. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. What do you think?
You don't want to know what I think.
Well, thank you. Well, I understand, Major, that you, the men have told me here at the base that you're quite the singer at the Officers Club. You know how to bang out a couple of tunes on the piano. And I tell you what, I think I'd like to ask you now to sing solo. Is that okay?
I can do that.
As in solo, these fine people here can't hear you?
Why did I feel that was coming?
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Major Parisi.
Thank you. You know, every once in a while we got to let off some steam, so we sing a couple of songs. Of course, it's not every day that Bob Hope's lovely chord comes through, so we just have to make do. So here's an old Air Corps tune. Oh, come and join the Air Corps. It's an easy life, they say. You never do a lick of work. Just fly around all day, while others work and study hard and soon grow old and blind. You'll take to the air without a care, and you will never mind. You'll never mind. You'll never mind. Oh, come and join the Air Corps, and you will never mind. Oh, come and get promoted just as high as you desire. You're riding on the gravy train when you're an Air Corps flyer. But just when you're about to be a general, you will find the engines cough, the wings fall off, and you will never mind. You'll never mind. You'll never mind. Oh, come and join the Air Corps, and you will never mind. You're flying across the ocean, and there from where you sit, you see the prop, it comes to a stop. The engine, it has quit. The ship won't float, you cannot swim. The shore is miles behind. You'll be a dish for a happy fish, and you will never mind. You'll never mind. You'll never mind. Oh, come and join the Air Corps, and you will never mind.
The fabulous Major Parisi. You know, Major, I just got a call from my agent, and he heard you singing, and he wants to put you in my next Hollywood picture.
The next
Take
what?
Next Hollywood picture. I can see the marquee now.
I can too.
Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, Major Parisi, on the road to bankruptcy. Leave it there, pal. Thanks, Major. So, thank you, everybody. The wonderful Major Parisi. So, out on the field here, I met this captain, and he told me that his wife was driving him to drink. And I said, gee, that's really swell. My wife makes me walk. And I gotta tell you, the other day, I did see a dog kissing Major Parisi. And don't people understand how many germs and diseases that awful creature can carry? I would never let my dog kiss Major Parisi. And back in Hollywood, Dorothy Lamour, I know the Major's a big fan of Dorothy Lamour. Back in Hollywood, Dorothy Lamour walked into a dress shop on Hollywood Boulevard, and she said to the shopkeeper, "Can I try on that dress in the window?" And the shopkeeper said, "Of course, but wouldn't you prefer the privacy of the dressing room?" Gotta work with me here, people. Come on. I mean, they might be 75-year-old jokes, but they are kind of funny. Misplaced modifiers and everything.
Bob, I want to hear the girls sing.
Yeah, I know. Well, one more quick one. You know, I got my start, people know that I got my start in vaudeville, on the vaudeville stage back in New York City, but what they didn't know is that before that, I worked in a circus. Yes, I worked in a circus because my father was a clown. And he wanted me to follow in his footsteps, but they were really big shoes to fill. Thank you, Sergeant Komar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, because you are running short on time here, and we appreciate you sitting out in the sun for us, enjoying our show. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to the mic one more time the wonderful Dawn O'Day.
Everyone's been sitting out here, so thank you for that. We just want to remind everyone, keep drinking water the entire day, stay hydrated, sunscreen, stay in the shade if possible. But now when you turn the light down low, I begin to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a form of fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my life. But now that the lamps are burning, I'm beginning to see the light. Oh, I'm beginning to see the light. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Yes, heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me all the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak. When we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. And I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me. I want my arms about you. That charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and the cares that come around me all the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak. When we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Yes, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. And I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Come dance with me. I want my arms about you. That charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
for the lovely and talented Dawn O'Day. Dawn O'Day. So I gotta tell you a couple of stories, then we're gonna be wrapping this up, and we have one more special tune for you that we wrote special for the Greenwood Lake Airshow. We're gonna sing that for you in just a second. But I just have to tell you that I've carried this club, as you know, all over the world, this golf club, all over the world. Become part of my symbolic imagery, of course. And I tell you though that when I was in India, some of the fellas in India really appreciated our show there, so they gave me this very special teak wood head for my club here. And then we went to Iwo Jima. We were with the Marines on Iwo Jima doing a couple of shows for them, and the Marines gave me this wonderful snakeskin wrap for my handle. This beautiful snakeskin wrap for my handle. And then we came back to the States, you see, and we did a couple of shows for Congress, and they gave me the shaft. Thank you, ma'am, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. But I gotta tell you, the Major warned me about telling any political jokes here this afternoon, but the way that I see it is, the problem with political jokes is, sometimes they get elected. And since the Major did hand me this club before I walked on stage, that of course does make it an officer's club. So I'd like to thank you all very, very much for this wonderful afternoon. Stay tuned, we have one more song for you, then we're going to turn it over to Don with the announcements. I'd like to bring up Major Parisi here. Give a big round of applause for Major Parisi, please. Big round of applause for our drummer, Sergeant Len Komar. And of course, the beautiful, lovely, and talented Dawn O'Day. This is actually my daughter, Alyssa Martin. And she sings and performs as Dawn O'Day, and I can tell you, I can assure you that she got her looks and her voice from my wife. Thank you. That's fairly obvious. Thank you very much. So we are the Army Air Force Historical Association. We have a wonderful display over in the tea hangar over there. Come by and visit us all afternoon. We got nickel cokes and stuff, a whole bunch of cool stuff going on over there. All our memorabilia and display from the World War II era, so come check that out. Remember, we want to thank all of our veterans out here on the field, all of our active duty servicemen that are out here on the field as well. We've run into a whole bunch of them all afternoon and yesterday as well. And also our police, and our first responders, our emergency men here and stuff. Take care of them because they take care of you and they're here for you. If you need any help, the West Milford Police are right over there. Go over there, thank them, shake their hands, and give them a big thank you. They're here for us as well. So the fans over there, the little spit fans around the corner from the Hackensack Medical Center with water all day. So please make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure that you do, you put on lots of suntan oil and everything, and we're all set. So yesterday in the barracks, we wrote a song special for the Greenwood Lake Air Show. We have to read the words, so it is really just written last night in the barracks. We all know what barracks, we did stay in the barracks last night. You know what barracks are, right? 2,000 cots separated by individual crap games. With all that, with all the rattling of that dice, it was really hard to pen a song too. But we did. So here we go. You might have heard it, kind of a variation. So thanks for the memories, the sentimental verse, the pretty army nurse, and chuckles from the major when he says, Bob Hope, you marched the worst. How lovely it was.
Thanks for the memories, a case of nickel cokes, cheesy Bob Hope jokes, planes that flew till 9 at night, and real swell laugh of folks. We thank you so much.
3 days here at the Greenwood Lake Airport. We never want it to end.
And it was swell while it lasted. We did have fun, and no harm done.
So thanks for the memories. Fast Eddie on the mic, Sergeant Komar's vintage bikes, and Justin Lewis's microjet that everybody likes. We thank you so much.
Thanks for the memories. Tons of classic cars, but none of them are ours, except that broken down old Jeep that never could go far.
Say, whatever happened to that Jeep anyway? Well, thanks for the memories. Boing's walking on a wing, a big band playing swing. This song would be much better if I could only sing like things, sleigh bells in the snow. So thanks for the memories. We hope you got your share. We sure did. We thank you so much. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to turn it over to Big Don here on the microphone. Thanks again. Enjoy your day. Have a great day. Don't forget to stop over at the Army Air Force Historical Association. And turning it over to Don.
Man, if I only had half your talent.